Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fortunes and Flows, our destiny and oracle card readings for the day. And my co host, Miss Juno, who is wonderful, fabulous, fantastic. And I don't have enough good things I can say about her. I could go on
Oh,
for hours and hours and hours.
ditto,
So, um,
ditto, Sherry.
we're going to not discuss politics. We're going to take an hour and we're going to take a break from this, clear our heads, do some deep breathing. Juno's got some suggestions to help us bring the temperature levels down. And if you really want to vent, I will be back on in like an hour and a half at 6 o'clock Central with a panel of I don't know who's going to show up. I invited a whole group of people. Whoever gets there, and we're going to talk about it. So save it for then. And then, but for right now, if you would like a destiny card reading, if you've not had one before,
I'm not
all
doing
we're
the
doing.
destiny cards today, Sherry.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
not going
set
to
up.
do
Yeah,
destiny.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's not do those
okay,
today. I got the other cards all tuned up, so let's go with like the angel
gotcha.
cards
All
and
right,
stuff. Yeah,
all right.
sorry,
So
I didn't want to promise something we can't deliver.
no, 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 no.
I
That's
should
cool.
have told you earlier.
So we're going to be doing oracle card pulls.
Yeah.
One or two card pulls, depending. So if you would like a card, just put in there please me or I'd like a card or whatever and then that way I don't miss anyone. And let's see.
And allow this time, keep this in mind, like with, because going forward we're going to have nonstop. What happened today, there's going to be stuff, there's always going to be stuff, right? So this is important, to take an hour out, take a half hour out, take 5 minutes out, whatever you can carve out that's not about that. We're not ignoring it, we're not denying what's going on and the feelings around it, but this is how we recharge. A little time to just a little me time, a little us time, just to tune into your joy and anything peaceful you can, because the universe depends on those of us who know how to do this. This is time to step up, get out of the comfort zone, just observe stuff, don't absorb it. Just, we're still okay, we're going to be fine. So focus on that, focus on yourselves, and give yourselves a lot of love and lots of rest, and drink lots of water right now. So we need
There
everybody
you
to
go.
stay strong and know that you're a lot stronger than you think you are. And
Absolutely. And we've got we got enough things that's going to be going nuts so crazy here in the
yeah,
next
yeah, but
few
we're
months.
not, but we're
So
fine. Each of us, we're
now
all
we're
we're all
gonna
doing good, and we're
because
together.
we're all
And
light workers. We're
yeah,
all light workers. Most of us are
yeah,
empaths as well. And so we're going to be absorbing a lot of this chaotic energy that's going to be
yeah,
hitting everyone.
yeah.
And it's going to be our job to help bring the temperature down. And we can't help bring the temperature down if we're in the red zone.
Yep.
So
Yep. So stay focused on the positive.
this
And, I go back to the old thing.
absolutely,
While you're sitting here listening to us, you can hold your thumb and your index finger together. Okay. I got one hand's holding the thumb, one's holding the index finger. Worry and fear. Okay. So we're going to harmonize that. And,
like
I
this.
refuse to let those dark energies out there have any of my energy, they can't have any fear from me. I won't allow it. I will, I finally got to the point where I told myself that enough that now I know I believe it, and I feel it, and I embody it. And just, fake it till you make it. But this is one good way to get there. Hold that one. Anytime you're sitting in the car, you're in the grocery line, you're at a red light, hold these fingers, because you're doing this not just for yourself, you're doing it for everybody. You're doing it for the whole world when you do these things. And another one
Right.
is to do the I Dream a Genie. You can either hold at the elbows, or you can come up here a little part way up there. I mean, you'll find a tender spot right there. Safety Energy Lock 19, which is related to the sun. And this is like, if you need protection, or you want to send out protection, a sense of protection. So recirculate your own energy, just like I Dream a Genie did. She would do that, and then she would blink, and then she would manifest what she wanted. So just think
Hmm.
about that. Imagine I'm a genie, right? And hold your 19s, hold your elbows, Those are two things you can start with while we're sitting here. And like I said, you're
Deep
doing
breath.
this not just for yourself, you're doing this for everybody.
Right. And it's in deep breath in through the nose, hold for 5 seconds or to a count of 5, whichever comes first, and then release it through your mouth very slowly. So
And
it's
exhale longer than the inhale, because that's what, when we inhale and we don't exhale, our diaphragm is pushing up on our heart, and that's causing us more stress. So when you don't exhale, you're actually making it harder on your heart. And I say that your heart, your physical heart, and also your loving heart. Okay. So, be good to yourself. And even that sit up straight, that opens that area up so you can exhale more fully. So
there you
I
go.
know I repeat a lot, but this is how we get it as part of our practice and remember, because these are things that are really helpful if we do them every day,
Okay, let's see. That was like really big.
There you go. That makes it easy. Yeah. Yeah, we're just keeping it light right now, everybody. This is like our inhale. This is our time to inhale and be prepared for when we get out of here. Then we're gonna all look at what happened in the last hour. So let's enjoy this hour. Of just think about yourself and the questions you would like to know about your own life that don't have to do with the outside world. Focus on yourself a little.
Exactly. Well, it's a lot big. I wonder why it's so big. I'll figure that out another day.
I remember hearing something a long time ago about if, like, say you there's something that you pray for. Well, if you don't let go of it, then God can't work on it. So put your good thoughts out there, your intentions, and then let it go like a balloon, and let it go and disperse itself up to the heavens, and let them hear your prayers.
There you go.
Whatever and whatever that is, personal or political, whatever. We can help ourselves through this. We're going to get through this. I have faith. I really do.
Okay, I'm going to take that down so I can put up those that we have starred.
And thanks for being here, everybody. We appreciate everybody today. There's so much going on. And so many things to watch.
Barbara, are you here?
Teacher Barbara. What kind of teaching does she do? Do you know?
She teaches school. I think she teaches like lower grades, like elementary school.
Good.
Or preschool or something like that. I know she works with the little ones, so I'm not sure how little, but okay. And waiting to see if she's here. And you know what?
Maybe she's gone.
No answer, so we will
come back to her.
The next one, we can come back. If I see her pop back in the chat, then I can we can put her back up in the queue. Okay.
Hey, Teresa Levine.
Well, thank you, Maureen. Okay, Teresa would like a reading, so let's see what we got.
Okay. You want to do 2 cards each? Is that what you said, Sherry?
Yeah, we could do 2 cards each. That should work. Because I know we both got to cut out in an hour's time.
Yeah.
We can't go over today, so we both have other obligations, and at some point I need to eat.
That's important. That's got to take care of ourselves. Got to take care of ourselves. The first card I got for Teresa was the Water Guardian. It says, connect with your emotions. So, I doubt that there's anyone around us right now who is not feeling their emotions. But what I'm getting from this is connect with your serene emotions. Don't let the difficult ones carry you away. Keep your emotions, not so much in check. I'm not looking at it as it's some kind of a challenge or whatever. Just lovingly do that. Say, I care about myself and I care about my planet and those around me. So, it's up to me to stay calm. It's okay to visit those other things, but don't let it take over. I think about Sherry and I were talking before, it's like being in quicksand. If you flail around, chances are you're not going to get out of that quicksand. So keep the calm emotions. And then the next card in the pile from there was great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. So here again, look at who's showing up to help us and bring us peace right there. It doesn't get more beautiful than that, than Jesus and the dove, the great teacher. Whether you believe in however you believe in Christ, I believe that he was a wonderful example for all of us. And, he's got faith in that dove of peace. And I think that's a great call for us to emulate him and do the same. So
absolutely.
I hope that's helpful, Teresa.
All right, Teresa. For you, from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, I pulled Waxing Gibbous 1, which is discernment. And it talks about take care in your choices, look carefully and judge wisely. There may have been something difficult to see, something that has been obscured, but now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. In other words, don't go putting the cart before the horse. Take your time. The secret is discernment, real discernment, making it a priority to take time to ensure acuteness and judgment. This is the first of the waxing gibbous moons. The overall theme of this part of the moon cycle are action and will. And a companion stone or metal to maybe think about keeping with you this week is yellow jasper. Okay, let's see. And then the other card I pulled from the 22 archangels, and we pulled Metatron, heaven to earth.
Wow.
It says your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. Metatron means the throne next to God, and he is said to be one of the youngest of the archangels, along with his twin brothers, Sandalphon. When Metatron comes to you, it's because you are part of a powerful shift that is unfolding on the earth during your lifetime. So proceed, keep going, don't give up. So that's part of what, with what we got with discernment. Know your facts, take the time to find out exactly what you need to do. And then Metatron is telling you, once you get those facts and you get your direction down, then go for it. Don't give up. It says your life hasn't happened by chance or accident. You have been chosen. So there's a karmic alignment occurring with you right now. And you're on the right path. Your angel team is supporting you and your mission. And just stand firm in the knowledge that you are exactly where you need to be. And I think that gets anybody ahead of the game anywhere.
Well, and out of 4 cards, you got Jesus and Metatron, so we're in good hands.
I'm telling you, can't ask for better than that.
No.
You're welcome. Teresa says, great reading. Thank you both.
Thanks, Teresa.
And let me
Hi to Viviani. I see she's here. I can't always see the chat.
Hi, Viviani. Yeah.
Hi to everyone. I'm still working off my laptop, and it's a challenge.
That I haven't missed anybody. And that Teacher Barber didn't pop back in. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to say readings are closed. Questions are closed.
Okay.
Because we still have we still have 10 to do.
Oh my. Oh, good.
In 45 minutes. So
I love it. I'm so glad everybody's here. It's really nice to feel you guys' energy, You know, I'm glad it feels good to touch energies with you guys on a day like this. Any day, but especially today.
Hi, Amy. Okay, joyful journey would like a card. Let me put the
Okay.
cards back. And
I'm still dealing with my tech issues. I'm still working off my laptop. You know, I'm still not up to doing everything I wanted to do and it said I would do, but I'm getting there. Every day's a step closer. So bear with me. And then we also, right now, we have monsoon storms coming. Like it thundered and lightning for hours yesterday, and I unplugged everything.
Here too.
And,
oh my God.
And I went to the store this morning. It's a good thing I unplugged because we did have a short power outages, and it fried a bunch of people's computers, and one of the automatic doors at the grocery store wouldn't open, you know. So I'm really anal about it, and I know I drive people nuts, but I unplug my stuff. I unplug my equipment when I see the lightnings close by. So I'm not as productive. I only have like maybe 4 hours a day right now that I can do much work. So on a computer. So bear with me, guys.
I hear you. No, it started storming yesterday afternoon around 4:30, 5 o'clock, I guess. And it rained and thundered and lightning for hours afterwards. At one point last night around 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I went outside for a cigarette. And I'm standing on the patio. It kind of calmed down, but it was still thundering and lightning really, really loud. Big streaks of lightning going across the sky. Like you could just see it. And so I'm sitting there and I'm watching the storm and I catch light out of the corner of my eye. And I turned my head and off to the right, there was a break in the clouds and the moon.
Oh, wow.
It's full today, but it looked full last night. It was surreal looking to be looking at a full moon and it's lightning and thundering at the same time.
Very cool. Almost like thunder snow, you know. I know I went through that a few times. It's so weird.
Yeah. I've watched what's his name on the Weather Channel freak out about it, but I've never.
Teacher Barbara is back, so we can do her after.
I see that. So, cool. Barbara, we'll do you next. Okay. You were first up, and
we'll get you. We just didn't want to do it when she wasn't here.
Right. So, if you want to go first, go ahead.
Yeah. So for Joyful Journey, the first card I pulled, again, this is the Angels and Ancestors deck. It's the Seer card. See beyond the current situation. So how perfect is that? You know, use your third eye to see beyond what seems to be obvious right now, because things are changing so much that what was true 5 minutes ago is already different. And that's true all the time, but it's even more so right now. It's just really amplified. So, and I also see her with that, the shroud or whatever over her head and closing her, you know, covering her eyes. Stay focused, you know, like how they put blinders on horses to keep them. Stay focused on the goal right now. Don't get all distracted by everything else. You know what you can see in that crystal ball. You can see what the positive outcomes are. Focus on the positive outcomes. And then I actually got 3 cards for her just because the way they came out, I thought I'd read them together. And the next one I got is Wise Woman, grow within your current situations. Again, they're talking about situations. So this is a growth time for all of us. You know, we're all finding out how strong we really are. And she's there with that wise owl on her shoulder, you know, listen for messages. And, you know, that's on her right shoulder. Maybe you're, you know, like I'll get those tones in my ear and it'll be different tones in different ears. And maybe there's going to be more coming in for you through your right ear one way or the other, whether it's those strange little vibrations and tones, or maybe you hear your guides on the right side. But you are a very wise woman. And we are a lot of wise women in this group. And we are the ones that are going to make the difference. And I got to share this next one because it says she-wolf, unleash the wild woman. So, you know, pull all your energy together and then get out there and howl at that full moon that's going to be out there tonight that Sherry was just talking about. You know, she doesn't care what she looks like. She doesn't care how she's dressed or not dressed. She's just out there, you know, getting her wild on and feeling that energy. And howling at the moon, it might sound silly. Of course, you might want to be careful where you live when you do this. It's a great release. And it's also like a great harmonizer. It's really good for the lungs to do that kind of thing. So, and you don't have to be on key. Howl at your own frequency.
There you go.
But, there you go, girl.
Let her rip.
Yeah, let her rip and have one for all of us.
And hi, Clarence. I see you popped in, and Amanda and Linda, and I will try, Amy, if it's not too late. The first card I drew for you, Joyful Journey, is Waxing Crescent 5, which says nourishment. It says, choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. Pay attention to your health. And it says, we get angry, we get sad, depressed, mad, irritable. And a lot of times when those emotions get overwhelming, we make chaotic choices instead of calm choices because we react in the moment. We don't take that breath and count to 5 and say, okay, wait, what's the best thing to do, right? So that's very important to remember. It says here, meeting our values and living by them is a sure way to nourish our buildings. We feel more complete and fulfilled when we're able to do that. Learning to nourish bodies purely to give them what they really need is a key to mental and physical health. And the companion stone or metal to keep with you this week is emerald. Love emeralds. That's one of my favorites. And the archangel I pulled for you is Azrael, transcendence. And it says you wouldn't be who you are without what you have overcome. Think about that. You wouldn't be who you are without what you've overcome. Own your story. Azrael's name means helped by God, and he is the archangel who guides us through the process of transition. Kind of like the phoenix, he helps us rise from the ashes. His message to us is you're going through some changes right now. Be assured that you are being led to your highest good. You may be faced with fear and uncertainty, but there are plenty of doors opening and opportunities being presented to you. Trust in yourself and in your higher power. In order to come into alignment with this stage of your journey, it's important to take some time to reflect upon the challenges you have surmounted. You wouldn't be who you are today without the lessons that you have learned in the past. And that is very, very true. We are in our walk, we are where we are now because of all that we have been through and learned lessons from. Right. And if you find yourself repeating some of the same things over and over again, it's probably because you haven't learned the lesson yet. Guilty. I can only say that because guilty.
Yep.
I'm bad about that.
I think we're all guilty of that.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see here. And Teacher Barbara. Okay, Barbara's back in the house, so we can do a reading for her.
I'm doing some research for on crystals, and I read about emeralds, and they used to use them like for magnifying glasses and things like that, helped the vision. They used to use emerald a lot, and when they did healing with crystals and stuff, they used emeralds a lot. I thought that was interesting. I'm making healing jewelry, and they're part of the healing jewelry that I just made for somebody was emeralds. Okay, so for Teacher Barbara, I got Hermit, Retreat, and Recharge. And if you're a teacher, I think those moments are few and far between. So I would value those like gold right now. Anytime you can, take some time out, even if it's just 5 seconds or something in the ladies' room, just to breathe a few times, receive some good deep breaths and relax and Keep your center, because you got a lot of young ones that they're feeling your energy too. So, this is our responsibility right now. Those of us who've been studying all these things and talking all this talk, it's time to step up and do it. We can stay centered. We can get through this, and we can be the beacons that other people are attracted to, because they're attracted to our calmness and our light. Oh, we got another owl. Now we got the white witch. Be the light. What did I just say? Be the light. I didn't even see that card was there till just now. So that goes, those two go right along together. Be the hermit and be the light. And that's what the hermit does. If you look at him in the Rider-Waite deck, he's standing up there at the top of the mountain, the snowy mountaintop, and he's holding that lantern, right? He's shining the light down to those below him. He's not shining the light and looking up. He's shining that light, and it's casting down and lighting the path below him. So as a teacher, that's what you're doing. And when you're a teacher, you're not only a teacher of, English and math and all those things, you're also teaching them by the way you comport yourself, the way you behave. You look back and we remember when we were kids, what was the teacher who was so nice to me or was so patient, or which teacher was it that was short-tempered and flew off the handle, and maybe I didn't want to learn so much from them because I was so distracted by their energy. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Guys, I know some of y'all have just come in and you're asking for readings as well. If we can squeeze you in, we will get to you. But we're already pretty full. And both Juno and I have commitments after an hour, after the show is over, in half an hour now. So we will do our best.
And thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for your interest.
When the hour mark hits, we both gotta go.
Yeah. And we know you guys understand.
Yeah, exactly. And y'all know you'll see me. I'll be back on later tonight for the political stuff. I'll be back on Monday night for more political stuff. Wednesday with sisters, and God knows what else. You never know with me.
And I'm on Wednesday with Allie at noon Pacific time, and we're going to be talking about like aging gracefully and dealing with changes and stuff. So hope you guys.
Oh, very good, very good.
Judith Anderson.
All right, Judith, an angel reading.
Yeah, I haven't used this deck in quite a while. I love getting out a deck that I haven't. Yeah, you get reacquainted with them and you get all different messages from them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had already pulled for her, so I'm going to go ahead and read and let you do your thing.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, Judith, I pulled for you the Beaver Moon. It says creation. It says you can create your own destiny. Be industrious. Every creature on earth creates. You should welcome the process of creation. Save money and time. Have a reserve. So it's talking about, there's a good reason for saying busy as a beaver, for the beaver is truly an industrious animal. Not only do they create sophisticated architectural lodges, their dams and their homes, they change the course of rivers and waterways with their dams and their homes. They have completely screwed up mankind's plan of how something's going to go because they build a dam somewhere else and block the water flow. And I've seen that happen. It's not funny. But it talks about that we too can create with industriousness and vigor. We're all created in our own way. I tend to laugh and say that I'm creatively challenged. I'm artistically challenged. Just my abilities artistically or creative are different than other people's. And it took me a long time to see that and go, oh, okay, I see now. I just do it differently than somebody else does. So just keep in mind that we all create in our own way. And then I pulled for you one of the archangels, Seraphil, the heart of devotion. It says, let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. The seraphim are the highest order of angels who surround the throne of God with song and devotion. And the Seraphil, although typically not seen as an archangel, works closely with the archangels to bring healing and light to the earth. Her name means Princess of the High Angelic Order. Um, she's said to be the angel who holds the highest rank in heaven. That's pretty special. It says devotion is one of the highest angelic qualities. Angels are completely devoted to the source of creation, constantly singing praises to the energy that created them and the world. Um, you're being encouraged now to devote yourself wholly and fully to the service based mission you are feeling called to fulfill. And we all get that feeling where we know, yeah, I really need to get involved here. When you get that feeling, go for it. Um, find the joy in doing it. Don't think of it as a job. Think of it as your ability to do what Source has called you to do. And when you do that, you find yourself so much happier in your life because suddenly everything starts making sense, you know. That's what I got for you, Judith.
Very nice.
All right, you're up,
Very
Juno.
nice. Well, for Judith, I pulled a couple of interesting cards. The first one is Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Again, these cards are for all of us. You know, we're pulling them for individuals, but I think a lot of these cards are really speaking to all of us as a group. Make plans and focus. You know, she's preparing herself for battle. And sometimes battle is within our own selves and our own mind, you know, especially when we're fighting to keep ourselves calm, right? But she's prepared. Be prepared. Don't be scared. Be prepared. And I think that's where she's at. And the next one I got is the arrow. It says surround yourself with protective energy. So, you know, just be aware there might be something on the horizon. This doesn't have, you know, we usually make it out to be way worse than what it actually turns out to be. This is more about, you know, just being aware that, and this can also just be observing, because when I look at the next card, it's the Druid and it says hold space. What does it say? Holding the space. Okay. So that's what this is. I don't feel this is a personal thing necessarily for you, Judith. I think this is more on the larger scale, like the message for all of us. You know, keep your focus, get your arrows ready, you know, just so they're ready, just so you know where they are. It's also, you know, we got wildfires going on where I live. There's floods, there's all kinds of stuff. Have your go package ready, you know where all if you got to fly out the door in a heartbeat, have that box of stuff ready, because, you know, it takes a little time to put it together, but it's peace of mind knowing that, okay, if something happens, I got to bug out, I've got my basics. And if you have pets, put some dog food, cat food, whatever it is in that too, and make sure you've got that ready. You know, just have some immediate things. You know, here's the deal. A lot easier to do it and then not need it than to need it. And then where is it? I needed it 10 minutes ago and now I got to go and I can't find it. You know, get your documents together. And another thing, was it you, Sherry, that you said your hot water heater blew? Somebody I talked to today was telling me their hot water. Oh, it was somebody at the store, and she said, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning, her hot water tank exploded, like actually exploded. But that reminded me of something that Danny Shea reminds me of all the time. You know, one of the local towns here recently, like last week, all of a sudden they had no water for several days, and it was some kind of mechanical thing. So it could just be something like that. It doesn't have to be a big blackout. There might just be a glitch. And like Danny says, remember, your hot water heater has fresh water in it. If you need water, don't forget you've got it accessible in your hot water heater. So just, you know, all those things, don't be scared, be prepared. You know, we all know we're in uncharted waters, so we're going to get through it. You know where your oars are for your boat. Don't just have your boat, have the oars ready too, right?
That's it. Pack a bug out bag and have it in a safe place that if something happened and you got to go, you've got essentials,
your meds, your documents, you know, anything real important. It's a big peace of mind to know you've got it. And like I have things like a solar powered cell phone charger, things like that. And it's like learn how to use them before there's an issue, so that you don't have to fumble around and go, now I don't know how to use this dang thing and I need it yesterday. So
exactly.
Think ahead.
All right, Judith, I hope that helped. Next up is Sonia. Me, please, she asks. And since I've already pulled for her,
Yeah, go ahead, Sherry.
I pulled for you what is called Hot Moon Extremes. And it says, learn how to handle crisis with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. Linda G's always saying that this too shall pass. It says, this card challenges us to build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times when things are at their extreme. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold, and that even extremes in time will pass. And your companion stone or metal for this week is the Sunstone.
Beautiful.
And then for your angel card, I pulled Daniel, divine discernment. Trust in the messages within, they are divinely guided. Daniel is mentioned in the book of Enoch as an angel who watches over 200 other angels. He is associated with the energies of light, fire, and the sun, and his name means God is my judge. So discernment is a deep inner knowing of the answer or the next step when it comes to a life decision. For those of us who are empathic and who are light workers and intuitives, we feel it even stronger. It comes in whether if you want it to or not. And it's learning to listen to that still small voice. It says, whatever comes to your mind in an instant is the issue that the angels are bringing to your attention. What you feel you need to do is absolutely what you need to do. Your archangel guidance is to trust in your discernment. So there you go. That's what I got for you.
Very nice. Very nice. I wanted to just give a hug to Amy. She's having a tough time. So, give her a group hug, and we'll, And also, I didn't know if you saw Butterflies Are Free said that she had to go. So to take her off the list.
Yeah, she had to go. So.
Okay. So I sometimes I can read them and sometimes I can't. So I'm just trying to help keep everybody going.
Gotcha.
We feel you, Amy. We feel you. We'll get you through this. So for Sonia J, the first card I pulled was Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. And look at that beautiful white buffalo. And there was just that white buffalo calf that was born recently. And she's there with her peace pipe. So if there's anything going on, or, if you have certain strong feelings about what's going on in the world, stay in the peaceful place. Really focus on the vision of the white buffalo. I did a short video on my channel, and it's just music, like, drumming and rattling, and it's pictures of the white buffalo. If you kind of want to tune into that and help draw that calming energy in, because it's really important right now to stay as peaceful as we can. Because we're balancing the scale out for everything that's out of balance. And the next card I got was the Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. Okay.
There you go.
So, then it says drop your shields, but I just feel like maybe drop them so that, like, don't be blinded by your shield. If your shield is always up, you might not be seeing where you're going. You know what I mean? If it's blocking your vision. So maybe drop it down enough so that you're seeing clearly, but I would still keep it handy right now. I think we all kind of need that self-protection, if nothing else, and that helps. It helps the whole. The more calm we are, the more calm the world is.
Absolutely. All right. Next up is Sandy Johnson. He would like to know, if I take the internal job I applied for, will I be successful? Let's see what I got here. All right, Sandy, the card I pulled for you is Waxing Crescent 1, Realization. It says knowledge is power. Self-examination of your role within a situation is important. So I think that's telling you right there, look carefully at this job and the requirements and the demands that it's going to place on you. and make sure that that is exactly what it is you want. Be realistic about it. Don't don't fantasize or romanticize what this position is. Be as real about it as you can. And your companion stone or metal to carry with you this week is a dentary. Let's see here. And then the angel I drew for you was Azrael. He came back out. It says transcendence. You wouldn't be who you are without what you have overcome. Own your story. So, again, as changes are happening, remember that you're where you're at today because of all that you've gone through before and how you've handled it. And so, this is going to be a decision that when you make it, trust in your intuition, trust in what your inner intuition is saying to you. Meditate on it. Listen to what spirit has to say, and they will show you signs of whether this is a time to come or go. And I think you're going to be good at it either way, whichever way you go with it. I'm hearing success. So, all right, Miss Juno, it's your turn.
Okay, great reading, Sherry. For Sandy, the first card I pulled is the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. So, like Sherry was saying, don't romanticize it. Look at the reality of it. You know better than anybody else. You know your strengths and weaknesses, and I feel that you can rise to the challenge. And we all fail at stuff. That's like our graduation to the next thing. If we all were successful all the time, wouldn't we be a bunch of egotistical? I wouldn't want to be around you. you know, like
Amen.
it's okay to fail. That's how we relate to each other. That's how we learn. We bump up against things. So just look at it realistically and have a realistic, attitude about yourself. Like I know I'm not cut out to go and do road construction. You know, so I know I probably fail at that job, but keep it all in perspective. And then the next card I got is Traveler, moving in a new direction. So to me, that's very encouraging that this is going to be good. It's going to be a new journey for you. And I think, again, you're going to find out you're stronger and more capable than you realize you are. And I think it's healthy for somebody when you're going into a new position to question it. How's this going to go? Am I going to be able to stand up to it? But you will, because you said it right there. You will be successful. Follow those words, and that if there's something that you don't know how to do, well, then you be open to learning it. That's how you become successful. A lot of successful people didn't know anything when they started, and they either got lucky enough to be an apprentice, or they were able to get some kind of education either on their own or some kind of a grant, or somehow you find your way through it. So if the job has been offered to you, it's a step up. If you're comfortable with it, the hours work and all that kind of stuff, just focus on the positives, and if you mess up a little bit
Don't
here
be
and
afraid to
there,
ask
keep going.
questions.
Exactly. I think you're going to do great, Sandy.
Absolutely. All right. Next up, we've got Linda Kennedy.
Hey, Linda.
Card, please.
I love her picture.
I know, that's such a great shot with the light coming on her face like
Says
that.
it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Linda, I pulled for you the first quarter moon assessing. It says it's time to assess your current position. You must make sure your blind spots are revealed and that you are honest with others and yourself. Sometimes the hard decision is the best decision. You should be able to assess and move quickly based on that assessment. So it talks about here, now is the time to look carefully at all aspects of your life, especially in the areas where you have set some intentions or goals. Um, and while it may not seem a glamorous addition, um, to carefully assess everything around you has a higher payoff in the end, because then you're avoiding missteps that could hold you back. Um, your companion stone or metal for the week is azurite. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Oh,
I like this. And
Azurite.
oh, there you
It,
go, right
yeah,
there. So
it's sorry, it took me so long to get it. It's sitting right next to me. You know, it's got a lot of copper and it makes it green. It occurs near turquoise vines, things like that.
okay, cool. Okay, and the angel card I pulled for you is Raphael, clarity of vision. It says, be willing to see things differently to initiate healing and experience wholeness. Raphael's name means God heals, and he is the archangel who's associated with health and healing. So, your spiritual vision it's not only about developing the ability to see spiritual beings or energies or talking to the ETs or channeling or mediumship skills. It's just about developing the openness and the willingness to see those things. You may never see them, but that doesn't change your position of trying to develop yourself so that one day you can see them. And who knows, one day you may open your eyes and there's your great Aunt May that has been dead for 30 years, or there stands a beautiful blue ET that's there to tell you, hey, you're doing good. So, you just be willing to take the steps it is to develop your abilities, is basically what they're saying here. It can be a little overwhelming at times, but at the same time, it is very rewarding for everything that you're going through. So that's what I got for you, Linda.
So interesting that you talked about seeing so much. The card I pulled for her again was the seer card. And it says, see beyond the current situation. So, like, ditto what Sherry said. And what I notice on this card is she is so focused on that, right? You see just really intense focus. She's also using her hands. There might be something to whether you're doing mudras or maybe directing energy with your hands, Linda, that, maybe Reiki, or just doing it in a creative way, or just like a Tai Chi kind of way. This might be helpful for you to gain some focus and, receive some messages, just like Sherry was talking about. There's something with the hand movement. But see, now when I read this card earlier, the hands didn't even stand up to me. But in this reading for Linda, they're really standing out. And the next card I got was the High Priest, intend and create. So whatever, that's again with the focus, that intend and create. Being creative takes a certain amount of focus. I think sometimes at the beginning, it's kind of like when you do magic eye, you kind of get out of focus, so then the creative juices can flow. And then when you're actually producing whatever that creative output is, that's when you really have your focus going. So, he's got that beautiful hawk there too. Looking at the directions, you might want to think about just the direction that he's, looking into. And he's got, what is it? Is it? No, I thought it was an ankh. It's a wand that's got like some kind of a being's head, and then it almost looks like a crescent wrench or something. So you might have a new tool at your disposal, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be one that's a tangible tool. It might go back to this card again. There might be something. I feel like there's going to be some new tool, some new ability that's going to be coming through for you, Linda. So draw in your focus and make it so, as Jean-Luc Picard would say. Sherry, you're muted.
Okay, there we go. Sorry. The guys were walking through and they forget I'm on, and they're talking loud. It's like, okay, Mousie, you're up next. I'm assuming you're here. It seems like I just saw you chatting.
Yeah, I just saw her. I think she's here.
She's somewhere in there. And again, I pulled for you Waxing Crescent 5 Nourishment. It's the second time this card has come up today. Choose to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Feed your values. Pay attention to your health. Um, don't let your emotions take you over. Stick to your morals, stick to your ethics, stick to what you know is the right thing to do, no matter what people are saying around you. Stick to your values. And when you live by those and you nourish them, you feel more complete. And at the same time, you can help lead other people to being more nourished and feeling more complete because they see you accomplishing it. And the thought is, well, if she can do it, I can do it. Your companion stone or metal this week is emerald. So keep that in mind. And then the archangel I drew for you is Orion, manifestation vortex. And it says, focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. Orion means rising in the sky and is a cosmic angelic being who is offering the earth support from heaven. He brings down the power and energy of the stars, helping us connect with the imaginable and tap into possibility. He governs the stellar gateway, an energy center that is found above the chakras and allows us to draw upon and embody the manifesting power of the universe. So, this is one powerful dude to come out and say, I got your name. Your message is this is a blessed time. Angels are drawing close to you and encouraging you to continue focusing on the life that you want to create and the blessings that you are ready to receive. So believe that you can create anything. And the angels want you to know that the life you want is here and you're being filled with the infinite light and energy of the cosmos. It's all within your grasp. You just have to believe. And
Very
that's what I
nice.
got, darling.
Well, I think these cards go right along with that. The first card I got for Mousie was the Eagle card, see from a higher perspective. So again, we're up into the sky beings here, right? I mean, we always think if the eagle doesn't fly the highest, it's one of the highest flying birds, and how they can just ride those currents and go up and up. And yet when they look down, they can spot, what they need to, what they're looking for. If they're looking for dinner or whatever, they've got the whole spectrum that they can see. Even though they're far up, they can still see with precision down below. And then the next card I got, this is interesting. After Sherry's reading, I got Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So you had that Orion card, and maybe there's some message out there if you go out at night and just kind of stare at the sky for a while. Maybe you're going to see something that's going to bring you some revelations, or maybe you will receive some kind of a connective message I'm hearing from
There you go.
your star beings out there. And, it could be through Orion, it could be whoever it is for you. And also be open to new star beings coming through, because I think as things are heating up down here with us, they're going to come through more and more and more. Do you think about all of us? How many years have we all been doing this together and joining our energies? Look at every single day. This isn't a 1 day a week thing. There's people around the world almost every hour of every day that's doing this kind of work and joining this energy, and that creates a very vibrant connection, like a circuit, from them to us. So they hear us. They definitely hear us. Know that you're being heard too.
Absolutely. All right. Next up, we got Candy B, who would love a reading. All right. And
Absolutely.
Candy, I pulled for you Waning Crescent 4, which means release. Let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Bad habits do not engage you anymore as the payoff is not enough. You're ready now to make room for higher, bigger, brighter, more aligned things. But you got to get rid of the old in order to bring in the new. And so it says here, The secret to effectively releasing what no longer serves you is knowing that the payoff will indeed be worth it, which makes it super important to know what that positive payoff may be. Um, your companion stone or metal for the week is smoky quartz. I love the smoky quartz. Those are
Mm-hmm.
such a pretty stone. And then
Mm-hmm.
the angel I pulled for you is Zadkiel, karmic release. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Zadkiel means righteousness of God and is the archangel who brings emotional balance and helps transmute any negative experience into a focus for love and learning. That's kind of cool. Um,
Very
let's
nice.
turn the page here and see. It says, when Zadkiel comes to you, it's because you are shedding old skins and stepping into a renewed, more radiant self. You are being encouraged to detach from the drama now. Angels are here to help you realize that everyone and everything on your path is an opportunity. And sometimes it's an opportunity to say no and walk away. So it's time to release yourself from anything that is an emotional and energetic drain so that you can be free once more to let in the new, to let in the light.
And
And that,
no is a complete sentence. And that's something I
absolutely.
struggle with myself. I have a hard time, but I'm learning and I'm learning to put up healthy boundaries the best I can. And it's, I feel better when I do, and I just think that we're all, have boundaries, reach out to each other. You don't have boundaries that you can't reach through but there, you reach through them on your own terms. And for Cardi B, the first card I pulled was spring. See your seeds grow. Look at that nice little bunny rabbit. He's just, he's just as
So,
happy as can be. He's jumping over everything. He can just take off on those legs, right? And he's got those big
yeah.
ears to hear what's coming in. And when I think about seeds, I think about, a lot of times I think, man, I planted those seeds so long ago, those are never going to sprout. Well, seeds sprout in darkness. If you're feeling like everything around you is not quite as light as you'd like it to be, for better way of saying it, know that it might be tomorrow, might be the day when those just finally come to fruition, that whatever you lined up with, that frequency, that person that is connected to that wish you put out there, whatever it is, the timing finally lined up, that's when they're available. So just keep envisioning those sprouting. And then the next card I got for you is the Air Guardian. Shift your perception. Again, this goes along just with what I was saying. When you think, oh man, all I do is plant seeds, I never see anything grow. Well, it all will. Like when the spring comes, we don't have to force those leaves to come out on the trees, or the crocus to come up through the snow. Nature just does it. It just naturally does it. So just and with the air, I think about, let the wind blow through your hair. Breathe lots of fresh air, receive lots of deep cleansing breaths, because that's what keeps us going. Keeps us keeps our brains working, keeps everything functioning when we have good air. So, and it might be I'm just hearing, good time for you to do some breathing exercises. I think will benefit you. So I
There
hope
you
that
go.
helps, Candy.
Okay, Elena, an oracle card, please. And we are down to 59 minutes. So
Okay.
let's say one card each. And we have Helena and Amanda. We should be able to squeeze them in for
We'll do our best.
to do our best. Yes, because we both have to be somewhere else in short order.
Yeah. And
Um.
thanks for having, we missed last month, but thanks, Sherry, for having me back again. I really
Oh,
appreciate
you're welcome. You're
your
welcome.
standing
I mean,
invite.
that happens sometimes.
I finally figured out, I've been hosting some private practice sessions, so I'm learning how to do that, and I'm learning how to do a presentation during the show. So I'm learning behind the scenes, guys. Bear with me.
There you
I'm
go.
slow, but I'm getting there.
All right, Helena, I pulled for you Queen of the Moon, sovereignty. It says you have sovereignty over your own life. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite desperate people and views, should you choose to do so. The buck stops with you. You are powerful. Act like it. It says that when we reign over our own lives, it is that we take on the responsibility for our own change and decisions. The Moon Queen knows that we, just under the divine, are our own rulers, and as such, the buck stops with you. So, as long as you're willing to take responsibility for your actions and own up to them, then that's when divine source smiles down at you and says, "You did good." So, your companion stone or metal for the week is platinum.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. High vibrating metal.
Very much so. All right, you're up, my dear.
Oh, ready? Okay. So interesting that you said the buck stops here, and I pulled stag, trust and thrive. There's the buck right there. And
All
listen
right,
to
now
what-
that's what I call synchronicity.
yeah, yeah. And what does he say? Trust and thrive. Okay. There's no fear. There's no anything. He's got all those antlers up. Look at all those antenna he's got going. So he's receiving his messages. His ears are out. He's alert. He's taking in the information. But you know, they're not known. Stags are not known for being scaredy cats, right? They stand their ground, and they're just amazing beings. And then the next card I got. Now we have the wolf. We have winter. Take care of your needs. So trust and thrive and take care of your needs. You know, if we all took care of our own needs and kept our own nose in our own business, we'd be a much happier place. Do what you can for yourself. And if you have something left over to help somebody else, then you can share it with others. You know, but don't deplete yourself. And I like that. We're going to thrive, guys. It might take us a few more months, but we're going to thrive.
We're going to get there.
I believe it.
All right, last but not least, Amanda. Would love a reading. So I pulled one card for you.
Oh, Buck Moon tonight too. Tropical Empress says. So there you go, everybody. Drawing that big deer energy.
Oh, that's right. It is the buck. That is synchronicity right there.
Isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
I love the card.
Can't just get that anywhere.
No.
Okay, Amanda, I pulled for you Waxing Gibbous to Moon, Fear. It says the time for courage is here. Fear is only useful if it teaches you something. You must examine whether your fears are old or new, useful or unhelpful. Fear blocks flow. And this is in the book, but I'm going to share it with you. When Meldor, the Aloha Shirt Socket, most of us know who that is, when he got cancer this last time and became very fearful. And he said Spirit spoke very directly to him and told him, don't let fear get in front of you and block you. Let it stand behind you and push you forward. Mm-hmm. And that was so powerful to me the first time I heard him say that it's actually the tag on the end of my signature on my emails. And I had to quote him on it. Yeah, use fear for your advantage and don't let it take over you. And your companion stone or metal for the week is aquamarine.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a lot of people say fear is false evidence appearing real, and it came through to me, false expectations appearing real. How many times do we think something is going to be 1,000 times worse, and either it doesn't come to pass or it wasn't nearly as bad as we thought? So, keep your expectations realistic. Dream big, but be flexible in what the actual outcome might be. So for Amanda Carroll, the first card I got was the trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So there we go again. That's all of us that we get together. Or, this guy, he reminds me of somebody like maybe a rug maker, and he's out selling his wares, and the way he has his hand over his heart there, that what he creates means a lot to him. So share your beautiful heart creations, whatever they may be. They may not be something tangible, You know, it might be something you cooked
Okay.
for somebody, or you might have written them a nice handwritten letter, whatever that is. And then the next
Oh
card
my
I got
God.
was Stargazer,
I-
set your sights higher. Okay, so you know, you can do more. You can go higher. You can. He's got his telescope there. You know, another sign here. I think people look to the skies right now. There's going to be some answers coming from the skies. What those are going to exactly be, I don't know, but there's something coming for us, and it's good. It's good things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank y'all for spending your afternoon with us. Hopefully, you got everybody got their temperature down a little bit, got a little calm. Juno and I are both going to make a really quick goodbye and run because we
Yeah,
both have to be somewhere
yeah,
else in very short order.
yeah.
So, namaste to all of you. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. And the orange muffin is not going to win. Just take that to the bank.
Time for the pendulum to swing in a different direction. So,
And just think we'll have our first woman president.
yeah.
So
Love you
picture
guys.
that. Put it in your head. Put it out there.
Yeah.
Y'all have an absolutely wonderful